Good evening, parents, and welcome to our annual Back to School Night event. We know that this year is a little different than years past, but we are equally happy to have you joining us this evening. We're going to go ahead and start by introducing everyone who's on camera so you can at least have an opportunity to see our names, our faces, and our voices. I am s.rossall-bennett, and I am proud to be the principal at Anaverde Hills School.
I'm Mr. Jonathan Weber, and I will be your vice principal here at Anaverde this year.
Hi, everyone. I'm k.barefield, school counselor here.
w.richman, the school psychologist.
Hi, I'm Heidi Thompson, the school secretary.
All right, so you at least have a chance to put a name with a face this evening. And for those of you who are wondering why we are recording and not doing a live session tonight, I will be very honest with all of you. And I'm so grateful to my fabulous staff and administrative team. Number one, we want to make sure that our kids and our families are safe and healthy. And number two, I am 9 months pregnant and expecting a little boy here just about any minute. So we figured it was best to record just on the off chance. So thank you very much for joining us. So we're just going to go through some basic information today, and then you'll have an opportunity to go meet your child's teacher and hear from them. The times for our teacher presentations will be 5 to 5:30, and then a second presentation from 5:30 to 6. Okay. So we've done introductions, some people that maybe you didn't see on camera, but who you may interact with throughout the year. Ileana Amador and Miss Raina Clark are our school clerks. Elisa Wynn is our school nurse. And then Christy Alon is our PTSA president. And our PTSA does so many wonderful things to help support our school, whether we are there in person or distance learning. We're so incredibly grateful for all that they do for us. So just some basic facts and figures about Anaverde Hills. Currently, our student enrollment is approximately 700 students. We serve students in grades transitional kindergarten through 8th grade. This year, we will have 27 regular education teachers, 2 resource support providers, and 3 special day class teachers. We have our full-time counselor with Miss Barefield, and then we share a speech teacher, occupational therapist, and adaptive PE teacher. So if your student receives any of those services, you'll be meeting those teachers throughout the year. And then of course we have Miss Wynn, who is our health clerk. And she is with us when we're on campus every day, all day, so. Some basic information about our school day. School will start at 7:45 a.m. and that's true even while we're on distance learning. 7:45 a.m. is the start of our school day. Anytime after that, students are considered late. School will be dismissed at 1:55 p.m. So we'll go every day from 7:45 to 1:55 p.m. This year, middle school will also be dismissed at 1:55 p.m. and starting at 7:45 a.m. So it's a little bit of a change for those of you who were with us last year. Elementary students will have a 20-minute morning break, and that will be scheduled while we're distance learning based on each individual teacher. And they will also have a 45-minute lunch break. Elementary students will also have 90 minutes of PE each week with Coach Lewis. And this is again true even while we're distance learning. They have set PE times your teachers will be sharing with you, and they will have access to a Google Classroom and Zoom meetings with Coach Lewis to receive that PE instruction. Middle school. Our middle school students do switch classes, and they have approximately 4 to 5 different teachers throughout the day. We will be posting all of our teachers' schedules, including middle school, on our school website, and we'll talk about how to access that here in just a minute so that you have access to them. One of my recommendations while we're distance learning is to go ahead and print out that schedule and put it somewhere easily accessible for your child and yourself wherever their learning station is going to be set up in your home. So some quick items of information. Our teachers want to be 100% focused on your student during school hours. So if you wish to have a conference with your child's teacher, you have a question, a concern, something you need to talk about, please feel free to reach out either on Class Dojo or Remind or via email or phone call. And they can make those arrangements to have time dedicated to speak to you to address your question or your concern. On the same page, Mr. Weber and I are always happy to meet with parents to discuss suggestions, comments, concerns, commendations, anything you would like to share with us. Our doors are always open. The best way to catch us is by setting up a meeting. That can be done by either calling the front office. They have access to our calendars and they can set up a meeting for you. While we're distance learning, those meetings will either be via phone or via Zoom, but we can set those up, not a problem. Or you can feel free to send us an email, and we'll be sharing all of our email addresses at the end of this presentation. The next one, please make sure to update emergency information often, particularly phone numbers and email addresses. When we send out school dialers, we're using the information that is in PowerSchool. So if your phone number is incorrect or your email address is incorrect, you may not get our information, and we want to make sure everybody is as informed as possible. Last couple of things just about safety and security on our campus. So our front doors will be locked at all times, and our visitors have to be buzzed in. So we have a doorbell at the front door. You'll ring the doorbell and wait to be buzzed in. Currently, based on health orders, phone calls and emails are the easiest way to get in touch with the front office. That's just the quickest, easiest way to get a hold of any one of us. However, anyone coming to the front office, just so you're aware, must maintain social distancing, and they must wear a face covering over their nose and mouth. There will be a series of health questions, and they will also have their temperatures taken, and that is just for the health and safety of our students, our staff, and our community. Again, our front doors will be locked at all times, and you'll have to be buzzed in using that door buzzer system. So I wanted to spend just a minute going over dress code. Obviously, while we're distance learning, we do ask your child to still get dressed for school, but they do not have to wear their traditional school uniform. I wanted to go over this, however, for those of you who may be starting to shop for when we're able to return to campus, so that you have this information. So we do have designated colors for both tops and bottoms. Tops must be polo style or button-up shirts. They can be red, white, black, gray, navy, or that baby blue color that you see at like Walmart and Target in the school uniform department. For the bottoms, they may be navy blue, beige, gray, or black. They may not wear blue jeans. However, they may wear black denim, gray denim, or beige denim. They are allowed to wear pants, shorts, skirts. Those are all fine. We just ask that the skirts and the shorts be about the middle of the thigh, so they're an appropriate length. For our little guys, I always recommend putting like a pair of bike shorts underneath. And I know that they make these very adorable uniform skirts for our little girls. And the one thing we do ask, and this is a specific request of my kindergarten teachers, is if your child is going to wear those, please work with them on snapping and zipping them. They're a little bit challenging for the younger kids because the zipper is on the side. Okay. We will have spirit days and free dress days, and those will be determined throughout the year. You'll get a dialer and information sent home from your child's teacher about those. Our PTSA does sell spirit wear, and so that will be something you'll be getting some more information on as the year goes along. So attendance, we want to work with you to set your child up for success. We want this school year to be the best school year possible. So please help us by having them here every day and on time, or logged in every day and on time. Students should be logged into their classroom, either Google Classroom or Seesaw, by about 7:40 each day. If they are ill, please call the attendance line, send a note, or send us an email using iAttend. Attendance is going to be tracked this year. I know that's different from what we did in the spring. And so you will be receiving phone calls and notes, and their attendance will be tracked if they're not logging in and participating regularly. Regularly in this case means on a daily basis. Okay. Excused absences are illness, death of an immediate family member, a child's doctor's appointment, or a child's court appearance. Okay. And just so you know, if you're attending Anaverde Hills on an inter-district transfer, transfers may be revoked for poor attendance. So it's really important. We really want to help set our kids up for the best educational career possible. And the best way to do that is for them to be at school. Again, while we are distance learning, they must be logged in, participating in class every day and during the times that their teacher is asking them to be logged in, participating. A few things about lunch. Lunch for right now, while we are distance learning, we will have breakfast and lunch available in a grab and go style, so between 11 and 12 each day. So you can pull up, our fabulous child nutrition staff will be there with a bag for you to take, and it will have food for both breakfast the next day and lunch for that day. One change from the spring is that students who receive a free or reduced price lunch will continue to receive that free or reduced price lunch only if they qualify for the free lunch program. In order to qualify for the free lunch program, they must fill out a new lunch application each and every school year. So if your child was on free lunch last year, it does not roll over. You have to do a new application. The applications were sent home with their materials, but they can also be accessed through our website, the Child Nutrition tab at www.westside.k12.ca.us. For those of you who are not on free and reduced lunch, but you would still like your child to get a school breakfast and lunch, they can come pick one up from 11 to 12 each day, but there will be a purchase fee of $2.70. All of our children have lunch accounts, and we do ask that you put money on their lunch account if they are going to be buying lunch. Number one, we don't want, as we come back to school, we don't want kiddos losing money, and $2.70 is a little bit of an odd figure. And number two, right now, again, for health and safety reasons, we're trying to limit the amount of cash we're handling. Some quick housekeeping items. Please remember to check the school and district website often. This is where you'll find links for your teachers' Google's classrooms, where you'll find the links actually for this evening's back to school night presentations. If information changes throughout the year, it'll be posted here. Our dialers are posted here. Lots of good information posted here. The URL is www.westside.k12.ca.us. And then to get to Anaverde specifically, you would go to the schools tab and just click on Anaverde Hills. Also, please remember to listen to all of our dialers carefully, as they will contain important information throughout the year. I know that some of them are a little lengthy. I try to keep them as short as possible. But they really do contain lots of information. We do send them out via phone call and via email. If you're not getting them, please reach out and let us know. It may be that when you enrolled your student, you opted out, and we can certainly change that if you'd like to opt in and receive those messages. If you have questions, please reach out to us. We're always happy to help and answer questions. We know that right now people have lots of questions, and so please just feel free. We're just a phone call or an email away. Always happy to help. And some last things about virtual etiquette. The first one, again, please dress for success. We're encouraging all of our students to get up in the morning, get dressed, get showered, be ready to go for their school day, just like they would if we were actually on campus. Also, please allow our students to be the focus of online instruction. We really want them to be able to interact with their teacher and get the very most out of their instruction. So please allow them to be that focus. Check PowerSchool often for grades. We will be updating grades in PowerSchool at least every 3 weeks. So please make sure to check there first for the latest on your child's grades. Please allow students to attempt independent work independently. We know that it's so hard when our kiddos are struggling. We want to jump in and help them. And we certainly want to work with you as a partner, but we ask that you let them attempt it first independently so that we can gauge where they are and where they maybe need a little bit of extra support or where they need extra extension to continue to accelerate their learning. And that helps us to know where to provide them with that help and support. So we really appreciate your help with this and working with us as a team. Miss Barefield has a short video that she would like to share about our counseling program. So I'm going to go ahead and play that so that you have an opportunity to hear from Miss B.
Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Barefield, also known as Miss B, and I'm the school counselor for Anaverde Hills and Leona Valley. I wanted to talk about tonight my role as a school counselor during this.
Oh, I am so sorry. Let me go back and start that over so everybody can see the full video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Barefield, also known as Miss B, and I'm the school counselor for Anaverde Hills and Leona Valley. I wanted to talk about tonight my role as a school counselor during this distance learning phase. So I will be sending pre-recorded K-8 lessons. They will be delivered to the teacher. These lessons will be on a variety of topics that might help your student during this distance learning phase. So things such as time management, mindfulness, all of these lessons that will be sent will depend on your child's grade level. Also, I will be monitoring student grades and attendance. This will be one of my main roles during this time, making sure students are up to date on any missing assignments, if they need help with anything. Also making sure your student is logged in every day and participating. I will also be doing social emotional check-ins. This will only be through a phone call or an email. As of right now, as a school counselor, I cannot see students obviously face-to-face, but if they really do need to see me and would like to speak with me, I can set up an appointment to maybe have a Zoom call with them. And that would have to be obviously approved by the parent or guardian. So just you can always email me or contact the school if you would like your student to do so. I will also be doing virtual classroom drop-ins, so I will have access to the teacher's Zoom link meetings, and I will be stopping by classrooms based on a schedule just to say hi to students, stay visible. If they need anything, they can see me, and it's just a time to say hello to them during this tough time for them. Also, I am still open and available for parent-guardian consultation. So if you have any questions about resources or want to discuss ways we can address the needs of your student, and that can be social, emotional, academic, or any personal things you would like to discuss with me to better help your student, please feel free to, again, call the school. They know how to get a hold of me, or email me directly. My email is posted on this slide. Lastly, I have a Google site for students and teachers to access. It is going to provide lots of information on there. So things like Campus Climate Assistant weekly activities, they can do these activities during their virtual recess time, or if they're feeling maybe a little bored, there's fun activities for them to do based on their grade level. Also, there's College of the Month posted there. Just we always want to make sure our students are career and college ready, so they can also take a virtual tour. There's a link on there for that. Also, really important, my check-in form is also listed on here. I had a lot of students use this during the springtime. It's just another way for me to have access to kids, make sure they're doing okay. There's a couple of simple questions on there. They can inform me of any new or exciting things going on in their life. And if they need more support, they can reach out and find me there. Lastly, there is also resources on my Google site for food and mental health and things going on in our community. That is updated weekly. So if you're looking for resources on a variety of things in our community or the Antelope Valley, that is also listed on my Google site. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Ms. B, for sharing with us about your program. We really do appreciate all the hard work you do with our students. And so finally, just some contact information for us. These are all of our email addresses. Again, email is probably the easiest way to get a hold of us, although we do also have access to our phones and our voicemails, whether we are working from on campus or we are working from home. So you can see mine is at the top. It is hyphenated. I'm sorry it's so long, but there is my email. Below mine is Mr. Weber. Below that is Miss Barefield, and below that is Miss Richman. And we are all always happy to help however we can. We really want to take this time to thank you all for being part of our Anaverde family and for being part of our community. We look forward to a fabulous year working with you and working with your student. And we really do very much look forward to the day where we can all be back on campus safe and together. Finally, one last thing just for our parents. I do a weekly story, and so those will be posted on our website as well, and some of our staff will record videos as well of them reading aloud. So if your child's looking for some different ways to get involved in reading, those will be up starting next week. Okay, thank you again for joining us. And Mr. Weber is going to post all of the links for our classrooms so that you can access those and get to meet your child's teacher. Again, we hope you have a wonderful evening and welcome back to Anaverde.